Well, I hope you were as blown away with the Sea King announcement as I was. I'm sure you've seen it, but if you haven't already, here's a clip from our interview with designer Chris and researcher Luke.
Historic helicopters is testament to that, where you have a group of engineers working day in, day out to keep them airworthy and keep them in lovely shape as you see them now.
I really hope when our customers and you guys get hold of these kits, I hope you'll be impressed with what we've done. Yeah, I've enjoyed putting them together. They're a little bit fiddly, but you can't help it when you've got so many aerials and stuff going on. But I really hope you enjoy modelling them and painting them up, and I'm so excited personally to get to see what you guys do with it. See what layouts you do, how you weather them, and it's a hard-working aircraft, and I'm excited to see these final creations and the artistry that you put into the work. So that's my privilege, but I hope you enjoy doing it.
Thank you to both Chris and Luke. If you haven't seen the video already, the link will be in the description below. And I will definitely have to ask where they got their snazzy flight suits from. Anyway, the Ferret Scout Car is coming, and I had the absolute pleasure of interviewing Ethan and Luke.
For me, it's the fact that it's different to what we normally do. You might have expected a 72nd or a 48th aircraft, and to come out and do 35th armour, cold war armour especially, that's what makes it so different, and just catching the audience by surprise. I like that.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. For me, it's the fact that so many people love the Ferret and have experienced it in their lives, and they get to have it in their own home, really. A lovely display model. So if you don't own a Ferret, I say, technically can now.
It was Ethan's first project, so we'd not worked together before, and we got going pretty quickly. I think we threw you in at the deep end. You did your CAD course, and then you were straight on to doing the Ferret. So the first trip was down to the Isle of Wight.
Long trip. Bonding experience.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Lots of driving. Ethan sleeping, me trying to stay awake whilst driving. So it's been fantastic getting to know Ethan. We've both joined relatively the same time. I think I've been about 6 months longer than you.
Yeah.
So I'm a senior. But,
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's fantastic. You might say different, but.
yeah, I wouldn't quite say that now. We have a good time together, so we see each other outside of work as well, have a good time hanging out, and it just makes it so easy to work with each other. Yeah. Like I say, specifically with Ferret, we can ask so many questions. We know what we're working together, what we're working towards really. So we both want the best model possible. I say we both love the Ferret, so put a lot of work into it.
Yeah. So I think it changes depending on the designer. So as researcher, I deal with every designer on a load of different projects. Me and Ethan, we can annoy each other as much as we want. Constant dialogue back and forth. Some designers much prefer to be sort of hands-off. I'll feed them their research at the start and then maybe midway through. But with us, it's definitely a dialogue back and forth, which
100%.
Which is a great way to work, I think.
Yeah, I think especially with this subject, it was very tricky to work out, the specifics which were going on and getting the right sort of pictures, because we were saying before, like regiments, you could put all manner of different things on, so many different mounts, so many different fixings. So I was constantly talking to Luke, because obviously you can CAD it all up, but then it might have just been the wrong thing on one specific Ferret where most people will have never seen it before. So we had to be really on it with that aspect. So I did annoy you a lot. I sent so many questions, but as I say, it's worth it in the end, isn't it?
Definitely wouldn't say annoy. It was really good to have that back and forth dialogue. Sometimes if a designer's not spoken to you in a while, you start to feel like, do they know what
they've gone off on their own, yeah.
Or, are they doing the right project? So no, it's fantastic. Well, we haven't raced or driven one today yet, but we'll have to find out later, I think. But I'm gonna bet myself, but we'll see.
I've only recently passed my third driving test, so probably not me. But I love Fast and Furious Circular drift, so I'll be drifting around those corners. I'm sure that's possible in a Ferret.
If you get a Ferret to drift, I'll give it to you. You're the best.
No.
Some fantastic ferreting about there, boys. Do make sure you're subscribed to the channel because coming soon there'll be a more in-depth designer interview. Last month we attended a very wet, windy and wild RIAT. We had heaps of fun and thank you to everyone who visited our humble tent, even if it was just to get out the rain. Here's some of our highlights from the weekend.
Welcome to RIAT 2023.
Well, we heard you loud and clear in the last episode of Flight Deck. You said, where is your kit? Well, here is your kit, and it's here to stay. That was Flight Deck for this month. Do let us know in the comments below what you'd like to see in future episodes. Nathan, over and out.